Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm asking, is Libra naughty or nice? Oh my goodness, Libras, your energy is intense at the moment. I think it's because the planet Venus, which is the ruler of Libra, is hanging out in Capricorn alongside Pluto, which that kind of plutonic energy. If you think of anything that you associate with Scorpio, like that's kind of comes from Pluto. They're ruled by Pluto. So to cut a long story short, I think you are Venus and Pluto working together at the moment, kind of side by side, are it's a very intense energy. Now, you may. I'm just getting this intensity. They're showing me it again. The other night I saw kind of like an eagle or an owl. It was like the eyes of a bird of prey, really, really close up. But if you think the eyes are often really big and the mouth can be quite small, like the beak can be quite small. So I'm just getting, even my cat picture, which I've still not put up on my wall, but if I just show you here, like I looked at my cat picture and it's like the intensity of the eyes. So this is your energy, Libra, at the moment, this intense focus. So I don't know what or who you are intensely focused on. You're in this kind of watching but not saying energy. You actually, I had the Billie Eilish song, I Don't Want to Be You Anymore, and the line show never tell has stood out for me. So your energy just feels incredibly intense. Like if people are being naughty around you, you have tabs on them. You know exactly what other people are up to, right? But you're not necessarily saying. So I'm also getting this: you will bend, 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 but you will never break. You are so strong, Libra. It's incredible. And I'm not saying that you don't have moments of like frustration or weakness, but what's happening is you're taking that, I'm getting like irritant energy. I don't know if something or someone's irritating you. You're taking this irritant energy, and they're showing me, because I'm getting this mirror stuff because of I Don't Want to Be You Anymore by Billie Eilish. It's like looking in the mirror, maybe doing some intense introspection as well with Pluto, like that kind of hermit mode energy, intensely scrutinizing yourself and your own behavior, your own values, what you want, what you don't want, who you want to be, how you want to act. And it's coming in with full control as well, I have to say. They keep showing me the Chariot card. It's like you have full control over yourself. So really looking at yourself, being very honest with yourself. And then it's like what they're showing me is some kind of irritant, right? Something that behavior of others, things that happen, anything that irritates you or anything that angers you or anything that upsets you. It's like you're taking it, Libra. It's like you're banking it. They're telling me you're banking it. So you're taking this, you're taking this, you're taking this. But they're showing me like sand going into an oyster and like shutting it, right? So again, with this kind of secretive energy, it's like you're taking this information, you're taking this behavior of others, you're taking in everything and you're oyster shelling it, right? So you may not be speaking on it, you may not be telling people how irritated you are, you know, that you don't like something, but what you're doing, and it's like you're handing it to your mirror self. So it's kind of like that, I don't know, you're just handing it to your mirror self. It's like, save that for later. So what this is telling me is you're taking the lessons, like you're taking it as lessons, you're taking in all the information, putting it in that oyster shell, and that irritant is over time, right? You're leaving it there. Over time, it's turning into a pearl. Now, if you think of the phrase pearls of wisdom, you're learning lessons, right? So it may be the way other people are treating you, or it may be things that people are saying to you, and you're just taking it and not saying anything. But you're learning a lesson from it. You're banking it. They just keep telling me you're banking it, you're banking it. Could be that you're saving money as well. But you're growing something, or multiple things, right? You've probably got lots of oysters. These pearls are going to turn into something that's really, really valuable to you, right? Maybe it's like soul lessons. I don't know. It could be physical as well. It could be like literally banking money. But they're telling me nuggets of information. So Libra, watching, taking it, banking it, making it grow. I'm telling you, that Pluto energy, you hanging around with Pluto in Capricorn, it's really good for you, I want to say. So what else have they been showing me? They were showing me a taper. I think it was a taper. To me, because I don't really know what a taper is, if I was to describe what I was being shown without the word taper, because they gave me the word taper as well, it looked like the inside of a Christmas cracker. You know, like if you open up a Christmas cracker, the strip of paper that makes the bang, which fits as well, because they were telling me tick, tick, boom, which is funny because I was singing the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air the other day. But they were showing me like this piece of card, which they were calling a taper, and it was like sizzling down. So this is like your energy. It's like your tick tick booming. So it's almost like time is your friend. Time's your friend, because anything that irritates you, anything that you take and bank, the longer you leave it there, the more it grows and the more beneficial it is for you. It's really interesting the way it's coming through. Now, I'm not taking, right, Libra, honesty time, right, check in. I'm not saying that you have to take any BS from anyone. Like, if you are in a situation that you are not happy with, you will leave, right? You're in that energy, right? You're in absolute chariot card control here. You're not putting up with anything that you are not wanting or choosing to put up with here, right? So if you want to leave, you will leave, you will walk out that door. Like, you're in control. You are a cardinal sign, I want to say. I think that people are going to be quite shocked by you. Now, I'm saying this could go into January as well. This is ongoing energy, because that's how long Venus and Pluto are kind of knocking around Capricorn. And there's some really interesting stuff. Like, there's a lot happening in Capricorn's sign over the next month or so. I'm very interested to do their reading and see what comes out of that. But this tick tick boom energy, so time's on your side right now. So this taking it in energy is actually beneficial for you. So show never tell. Like, don't speak, hold, like, keep that information. It's like, I'm hearing keep that information coming. That's your energy. That's Pluto's energy. Keep the information coming. Like, this is valuable to me. So, gathering information. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Chariot and the Page of Swords, because that's kind of the energy that I'm picking up on. I was also seeing this pendulum. Again, you will bend, you will bend, you will bend, but you won't break, right? Eventually it's going to snap back. Again, with that Scorpio sting in the tail, that plutonic sting. So, I don't know if you're just Judying. I don't know if you're like collecting evidence or something. I don't know what you're up to, but you're intense. You're actually a bit scary, Libra. If I wasn't a Libra myself, I'd be scared. Like tick tick boom, tick 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 boom, right? So they were showing me a pendulum, like, you know, like when people have it's like a dowsing crystal, I think it's called. It's like a crystal or a plumb bob on the end of a it was actually a chain that I was seeing it on. And the way it was shown to me, it's like if something's off kilter, the pendulum stays grounded. So it's like your internal ability to ground yourself, your natural innate ability to stay stable or to stabilize a situation, because you're Libra, right? You're the scales, you naturally balance things. And they were showing me as well, like I believe it's the mechanics that are inside a seatbelt. So a seatbelt, you can pull the seatbelt, but if you've ever tried to pull it too fast and it locks, that's because there's a pendulum inside the seatbelt, and if it swings too quickly, that's what causes it to lock. So I don't know if they're telling me, like, wear your seatbelt, you know, or use protection. I don't know what you're doing this Christmas season, Libra. Use protection, wear your seatbelt, take safety precautions. Like, don't move too quickly as well. Like the seatbelt jarring, that's because it's moved too quickly. The same with my nail varnish. I've got my my Beskar nails on today, but I didn't sit like still for long enough, so they're all like tattered. So the longer you sit still, the more patience you have, the better the end result when you boom, right? So again, with that taper, there's this patience thing. But I want to say, it's like the taper's running out. Your patience is running out. Your patience is wearing thin. Like, you're not putting up with stuff anymore. Anything that's been irritating you, I'm getting this like ready to blow energy from you. But again, it's like, it's almost like the longer you tolerate something, the more it transmutes into something that's more valuable to you. Now, again, do not stay in any kind of toxic or unhealthy situation. You know, you leave that. I'm not talking about that. There's something else. There's something that's Like, you understand that it benefits you to keep quiet and to sit on it, like a golden egg they're showing me. But you're getting irritated, and your patience is wearing thin, but the irritant becomes the pearl. So, hello phone. Let me just pause, sorry, it won't be a second. Okay, I guess that was my sign to get my phone and to get you a reading, a song on camera. So, stop talking, Libra, and get a song on camera. So, Libra for Monday. The Bandit, Kings of Leon, yeah, so naughty but nice, Libra. I think you're recognizing that being good is a choice, you know, and I think you choose to be good in general. Libra, you are the sign of balance, right? You are a sign of integrity and honesty. I think being good comes naturally to you. But again, there's this energy of sometimes other people take advantage of that. Sometimes I just think you're going to shock people, because I think if you're going to be bad, Libra, you're choosing actively to be bad. And when I say bad, I don't think you're being bad. I think you're putting yourself first. I think you're doing something that's for you. And I think you're making choices. Yeah, you're just making choices for you. You're looking after yourself. You're looking after number one. And other people may perceive that as being bad, or they may be quite shocked by your behaviour. But I want to say, is it really bad if it's a choice made for your best interests? It's like the child, they're showing me like the child who steals the bread, right? It's like the starving orphan who steals the bread. Are they really doing something bad, or are they standing up for themselves? So, interesting energy, Libra. Chiselled their names in stone, heavy the load you tow, and the red horse is always close, and the fire don't burn below. 200 miles to clear, chasing a sound I hear, when the call brings them all to tears, and the hopes they all turn to fears. And they're walking around with their heads in the clouds screaming, must catch the bandit, reckless abandon, run down the strand and must catch the bandit. I feel like you're the bandit. Tracks in the dirts for days, sniff out the fire ablaze, and the red door it seems to sway, and it carries a heavy weight. Must catch the bandit by the Kings of Leon. Libra, Libra, what are you up to? Must catch the bandit. But they just keep showing me your intense stare, like your eyes. Are you catching the bandit? Are you watching somebody? Are you watching somebody who's up to no good? And it's like, the more they lie, the more they wrap themselves up in their own lie, or the more the more you wait it out. It's like a stakeout. It's like the more you wait it out, the more evidence you gather on this person. But I don't necessarily think you're calling them out. It could be that it's like you understand, you know, like I was talking about the orphan who steals the bread. It's almost like, right, okay, maybe people would say that this person's the bad person in this scenario, but maybe they're not. Maybe you're actually on the bandit's side. Maybe you're very Judge Judy energy, right? Very Judge Judy. You're weighing up both sides. So you're watching somebody doing something that perhaps they shouldn't be doing, understanding why they're doing it, understanding that if it's known, then that person's probably gonna be like punished, right? But I think you side with the bandit, because like the child who steals the bread, that child wouldn't have to steal the bread if they weren't in poverty, and perhaps society should be looking after the children better in the first place. It's society's fault, and yet it's society that judges the child who steals the bread. I think you're on the bandit side. They're showing me, that's really interesting, they're showing me just a flash of, I'm hearing Prince of Persia, and it's not Prince of Persia, and it's throwing me, it's Aladdin. Maybe somebody's been playing Prince of Persia. It's Aladdin. You know, when Jasmine's Because Jasmine's the princess. It's like, you're the princess. I mean, he, she, they. I don't know. Flip it and reverse it if needs be. Because, like, does Aladdin steal food, or there's a child stealing food at the beginning in the market when Princess Jasmine's kind of like in disguise? Because I feel like you're in disguise, right? You're watching it happen. You're watching. It's like you're there in disguise, gathering information on your community, you know, how society runs, how society operates. You're watching how people are behaving. You're keeping tabs, and it's turning into this like pearl of wisdom energy. But you understand the motivations of the bandit. You side with the bandit. Sekhmet. Lord Ganesha. So this colour as well could be meaningful. This kind of like golden yellow. Again, with the golden shadow. With the golden shadow, when you do the shadow work, when you really understand yourself, your own motivations properly, when you have that self-acceptance, or, you know, the acceptance of the shadow, it's hugely, you unlock, you tap into that golden shadow energy, which is hugely creative and beneficial. So it's like understanding how people work, understanding human nature, understanding motivations, the background. It's quite legal. I mean, you are the Justice card in the Tarot, so fierceness, destruction and rebuilding. Right, okay. Fierceness, destruction and rebuilding. Your energy is really, really interesting. Again, not really what I'd expect from Libra, but I think you're going to be surprising people. And with that destruction and rebuilding energy, again, that's Plutonic. Now, with Pluto and Venus sitting in Capricorn, Capricorn's a sign of structures. So it could be your family home, your family, your family network, your community. It could be your workplace, your co-workers. It could be the government and society in general. All these kind of things are represented by the House of Capricorn. So there could be some big change to your work, some big change to your family. I feel like you're taking control, you're taking charge. I'm hearing something like it's better in my hands. I've been watching The Good Girls as well. It's a Netflix show about 3 suburban mums who kind of end up doing some questionable things. And I'm not saying anybody should break the law, absolutely not. But the main woman in it, her husband has kind of messed up quite bigly, that's the word, has messed up quite royally. And it's like he's playing at the start of the, I don't want to give too many spoilers and I won't, but at the start of the show, he's playing the typical man role, right? The provider, he goes out to work. And the female in it, which I'm seeing is your energy, is kind of, you know, the housewife, the mum looking after the kids. And it's quite a passive, supportive role. It's kind of like he's meant to be the emperor and she's meant to be the empress, right? Supporting. But he's messed up. He hasn't done his job properly. So she takes charge, right? She moves into that chariot energy and she's like, I'm steering this ship from now on. And that's the kind of energy that I'm getting from you. It's like, well, I'm going to do it better anyway. And again, Libra, you're a cardinal sign. So you like being in Empress energy. You are the Empress card in the tarot, is Taurus Libra. You like playing the supportive role. You like being the Empress, the nurturer. You often like having family around you. You like looking after people. You're quite happy being in that passive role, that supportive role. You know, if that's your part in the play, you're quite happy to play it. But if you have to step up into Emperor energy, they're showing me like Tanaquil again, which again is a classical reference. I'm not going to go into it, but you can Google Tanaquil. She was the queen and she supported her husband, but when things went wrong, she stepped up and kind of assumed control. So yeah, if the Emperor's failing, you're taking on the Emperor mantle, right? And you are comfortable doing that. Again, with the Chariot card, the Chariot is masculine and feminine in balance. It's like it's already in balance with you because you are balanced. You are the pendulum. They're showing me the pendulum like dead in the middle, right? It's like, and it doesn't matter which way you tip. So you're the thing that's tipping, right? It doesn't matter which role you play. You still have the equilibrium, you still have the balance of masculine and feminine energy. You can play any part, you can play any role, right? Whatever's demanded. Interesting that I was getting like, it's interesting that I'm getting this stuff about playing a role, because I was actually picking that up, like maybe you might be like acting on stage in some sort of way. That's could be a side thing for somebody. Right, let's get on so it's not an hour-long reading. It's just your energy is so interesting. And again, that Plutonic energy, I just want to dig into it. Sekhmet is the ancient Egyptian goddess of war and healing, and is usually depicted as a woman with a lion's head, Libra, or in her full lioness form. The story of Sekhmet begins when the god Ra sent her to wage war on the mortals who were not living their lives in accordance with his will. Sekhmet developed a taste for blood and was only stopped when tricked into drinking the juice laced with alcohol, which put her to sleep. If you're going out over the holiday period, be careful with your drinks. Keep your eye on it, right? Make sure nothing is put in your drink that you didn't ask for. When she emerged a few days later, her bloodlust was gone. And seeing what she had done, she felt so much remorse that she decided to focus on helping humanity rather than harming. See, I feel like that's your energy, helping humanity rather than harming. Sekhmet is a fierce goddess who can support all those who call on her to clear, cleanse, create and rebuild. The Oracle: cleanse and clear all that no longer serves you. Your slate is wiped clean, so you can now start again. Interesting, your slate is now wiped clean. It does feel like there's some major shift or major change. So Libra, if you were on the naughty list for any reason, like if Santa Claus had a list of all the bad things you've done, it's like he's erasing it, right? It's wiped clean, starting afresh. I don't know if this is like a relationship with somebody where, you know, you've got a bit of history, you've got a bit of bad blood between you both. I'm getting like Taylor Swift. Nothing but bad blood. The slate's being wiped clean. Like, you're good to go, I'm hearing. You're good to go. Really interesting energy. Embody the energy of Sekhmet by letting go of what no longer serves you. It's like your record, right? If this was legal, it'd be like your record is being wiped clean. Letting go of what no longer serves you, living your life fiercely. I was trying to say fearlessly, so fearlessly and fiercely. Owning both your abilities for destruction and creation. Very Pluto. Following your inner fire to the path that lights you up. Cleansing and clearing away the old. Embracing fresh starts and a new life. So all that grime and grit from the past has been transmuted into beautiful lessons of pearls, right? You know, Sekhmet learned her lesson. So it's like if you've done anything wrong, you're getting this kind of reprieve. You are firmly on the good list, Libra. Okay. Let's go. Libra. Over it. Nope, that's too many. I'm going to take the Six of Cups. Oh, the sun in the center of your spread, Libra. Oh, you have clarity. You have... Ouch. Okay. There you are. Right. You're gonna have success. This is a pretty decent reading, Libra, and it's all coming from your energy. This Sun card in the moment, this Sun card in the center is showing me that you have in your thoughts absolute clarity. You expect freedom, or you're making some kind of plan to have some sort of freedom, because in your current action space I can see that you feel very, very stuck. You feel trapped, you feel stuck in some kind of situation. How do I get out of this? It could be an unhappy home life. There could be problems with your workplace, your home life, some kind of structure around you that isn't right. There's nothing to celebrate here. You're stuck. but you're about to get some sort of truth and clarity, which I think is coming from your own thoughts, right in the middle of this the center spread. This card in the middle is the best card you could possibly have, right in the center of your spread. It's the Sun card. It's the happiest, most positive, most powerful card in the entire tarot. Like, you are not trapped, Libra. You might perceive yourself as trapped. You are not trapped. At least mentally. Mentally, you have complete freedom, complete control. Confidence. Like, honestly, the Sun card as well, double Leo here. I don't know if you've got Leo in your chart, but this is you internally. You and your thoughts, this is you. You know what you are, right? You know you're strong. You know you're powerful. Just sometimes it takes a while for the external world to catch up with our own inner energy. You've done some healing work here. The Three of Swords in reverse, this is coming out of something that hurt you. Something that was emotionally painful, very painful. The Three of Swords in your feelings, that hurts, right? You're getting over it. You fought your way through it. I fought my way here to the Goblin City, right? You fought your way through heartbreak, through pain, through loss, through trauma. Anything that hurt you emotionally, you're fighting. You're coming out fighting. Again, it's like you took it. You took those irritants, you took the pain and you transmuted it into pearls, right? And this is why you're in the Sun energy. This is why it's benefiting you. It's like you've done this shadow work or this soul work. It's really good. So I want to say that this Five of Wands, which is a card about fighting, it looks to me like you're fighting for yourself, right? You're fighting for your own peace of mind. You're fighting for your own values, your own worth, what you deserve emotionally, and what you expect in the future here is emotional give and take. If you step up to the plate, if you're giving emotionally, those people need to be giving back to you or you're gone, right? Right? See how challenging I am? My own energy is taking on your energy, and it's like, Libra, you're not putting up with anything that doesn't, right? You're the most positive card in the tarot. You're the sun. You light up the room. I'm hearing you light up my life. Confident, bold, assertive, powerful. You know your worth, right? Internally, that sun is radiating. It's intimidating, I'm hearing. So, again, if people appreciate you, because this is a card about appreciation, equal emotional give and take, people appreciate you, even if they're not capable of physically giving back as much as you're giving, or, you know, time-wise, it doesn't matter. But emotionally, if that person's giving back to you emotionally, you've got all the time in the world for them. If they're not returning those emotions, you're stepping back. You're Queen of Swords in it, right? Drawing boundaries, expecting the truth, having a huge amount of clarity going forward, on your way to success. Right, I do feel like you're cutting something out. There's something that you're ending. You're the Queen of Swords. You're ending something. You're done. And I want to say what you're ending here is like anything that's secretive, anything that's hidden, anything that's deceptive, anything where, you know, it gets you trapped in your own head because you don't have all the answers. Out of it. It's probably connected. There's the Page of Swords. Look, gathering information. So this King of Cups, I feel like this is somebody, he holds back. He holds back emotionally. So again, Scorpio energy, could be dealing with a Scorpio. If somebody's holding back emotionally, you know those feelings are there. You can see that ocean, right? You see right through it. What's the point in holding back? What, they expect you to give and not, you know, and not have anything to take? No. He might be the King of Cups, but if he's not treating you how you deserve to be treated, Libra, then I'm sorry you're leaving. Just to say, gender's fluid in my tarot, so you're coming through as feminine, but if you identify as he or they, that's okay too. Just flip and reverse it. Your energy's very strong, Libra. So, feeling frustrated and trapped, not knowing which way to move, understanding that you want freedom, you have a need for freedom here. And the Ace of Wands in your thoughts, you're fired up about something. It's like a tick, tick, boom, right? This is tick, tick, and this is boom. And it's a positive boom. So it's a moment of complete clarity. You've got 2 cards about seeing things, 3 cards about seeing things very, very clearly. Complete clarity, truth, cutting through the BS. It's like, you're this, so if people aren't meeting you at your level, done, out, gone. So I want to say that you are getting liberated in some sort of way from a perception of yourself as being very, very trapped or not having a lot of options. There's some kind of divine clarity coming here. It is because you've gone inwards. It is because you're doing some soul searching, inner reflection, thinking about your own behavior, really thinking things through, having a huge amount of clarity. You're not going to be stuck for long, Libra. You're going to have success. What's the Four of Wands in reverse? You're getting over it. There's the Hermit again. You could be dealing with a Virgo. You could have Virgo in your chart, Hierophant as well. You have got a very strong connection to the divine, to whatever you feel is your guardian spirits, God, higher power, just spirituality in general. Whatever that is, you have that higher power, you have that higher knowing. Very strong spiritual connection here. The Hermit and the Hierophant, very strong. Could be something to do with marriage as well, and also to say that the Hierophant is the power structures around you. It is traditional structures like church, marriage, state, patriarchy, all these kind of things. But I want to say that you have a good connection to whatever this represents for you. However, you have this feeling, or you had this feeling at one point of feeling like you were kept out in the cold, feeling like you were kept at arm's length, feeling like you were not allowed in through the door. So I think you had some feelings of insecurity to fight through here, some feelings of, why am I not being valued? I know my worth. I absolutely know my worth. I'm like the Beyonce of the zodiac at the moment, right? So why am I not being allowed through the door? Why do I feel so spiritually alone? Why do I feel so isolated? Getting over it. Getting to the point where you're like, do you know what? The party's on the outside of the door. I didn't want to come in anyway. The party's actually over here. The party's wherever Libra is, right? So taking control of the situation, being like, well, I didn't want to go through that door anyway. Fuck you. I'm sorry. Like, I'm better off on my own, right? If I was with you lot, you'd just be wasting my time. So actually, being here, being shut out in the cold, being isolated, being solitary, watching everybody else have a good time on social media and not being involved. Do you know what? Boom. I made good with my soul. My soul and God, absolutely like this. Okay, so totally over it. Totally over it. It really does have that energy of I'm better off without you anyway. I just keep hearing F you. Heartbroken because of something in the past. The Six of Cups. It has different meanings. The depiction on this Six of Cups is, for me, a card about nostalgia. So thinking about your childhood, thinking about your past, thinking about what was, what could have been, what worked out, what didn't work out. There could be somebody who you feel a soulmate connection with, you know, somebody who you feel is part of your soul family. Perhaps this is a family member that you've fallen out with. Perhaps this is somebody you've lost touch with, somebody who you feel isolated from. It's like, why won't they let me in? But you're making good with it. It's like you're making friends with it, right? You're making friends with the past. And again, it's like that whatever irritated you, whatever the problem was, you kept it in, right? You hermit moded this. You took it, you pushed it down deep inside, you buried it, then you went down and you had a really good look at it, right? You compacted it, you turned it into that kind of diamond heart energy. The diamond heart comes from pressure, right? It comes from crushing something. So it's like you're taking stuff from the past that hurts, crushing it down into something that becomes valuable to you. And that's a lesson, right? That's life experience. That's something that's made you stronger. It's got what doesn't kill me makes me stronger energy. Again, it's like better off without you anyway. It's like I'm good on my own. So, Five of Wands, yeah. Fighting for what you deserve. Let me just check what that did I ask what the Four of Wands was? It's gone from my memory. There you go. It's already crystallized into a pearl. I've already forgotten about it. Can't even remember what it was. It's like, what did you do? Ugh, it's water under the bridge, right? You're totally over it. Totally over it. Fighting for what you deserve, fighting for strong foundations. If you felt like you didn't have success in the past, if you felt like you didn't have anything to celebrate in the past, if you feel like, you know, whatever your situation was, house, home, workplace, that it wasn't worth celebrating, you're fighting to change this. It's like you're willing to compete to have firm foundations, to have the good times, to have the celebrations. Could be that you're stealing all the chocolates from the Christmas party, having all the celebrations, right? So why do you feel trapped? Oh, a bit secretive. Why do you feel trapped? Here's that Ace of Swords as well. Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords. Because you need to love. Because you're very intense, Libra. Your Ace of Cups, right? Your love is a very big cup. No offense. It's what you have to offer. What you have to offer is magical. It's much more valuable than any of these empty cups. What you have to give, Libra, is beautiful. It's magical because you've done so much shadow work. You've done so much soul work. Because you're so strong. Because you're so capable. Because you're so because you crystallize the grit into something that's magical and beautiful. You take the pain and turn it into lessons. You know, you are the sun at the center of this reading. You're everything, Libra. I am a Libra, so you know, I like to give us these pep talks. This is the reading. It's not, you know, it is what it is. The reading's the reading. Because you want to love. They're giving me the Muse song. I need to love. You need to love. You need to give this your duty on earth, Libra. The purpose of a Libra is to love and to be loved in return. That's your life's mission here on earth. If you want to go off traditional zodiac, to love and be loved is the duty of a Libra. So if you're not getting the love that you deserve, if you're not getting what you put out, feeling trapped, feeling like you can't express your feelings, feeling like you have love to give, but perhaps it's not being received, it's not being taken right, that door's closed. So I hope that you're pouring that love back into yourself. Again, with that Billie Eilish song, like, I don't want to be you anymore, like looking in the mirror. I want you to look in that mirror, Libra, and see how awesome you are and love yourself. And if you don't, like, what do you need to do? What do you need to do to change yourself so that you do love yourself? Or do you need to find self-acceptance for the things you can't change? Right? There's something that you need to do, Libra. Look in that mirror. All the love you have to give it to yourself. Be your own best friend. Right? I also want to say, if you've not been able to express your feelings, because the Queen of Cups is the expression of feeling. She's very open about what she feels. If you feel like you've been trapped or unable to say how you feel, then I want to say that it's actually, again, you've transmuted it into something really positive here, into deep soul searching. You know, into your connection with you, you know, your connection with you and God, you and Anubis, you and your ancestors, your spirit guides. It's like your soul's good. You're good. You're on the nice list, Libra. And that's the truth. Completion. Yeah, you're done. You're done. You're done with something that wasn't fulfilling you emotionally. You're done with it. You're off, right? You're off on new adventures. Feeling good, looking good. Off to find the Ten of Pentacles. Off to find that stability with people who value you, who return that cup of love to you. Who are there for when you need them, you know. Who understand you, who accept you. You have a lot of clarity, you have a lot of freedom of the mind, right? It's like no matter what your situation is, the Eight of Swords in your action space with the Sun card in your mind space gives me, I could be bounded in a nutshell and call myself a king of infinite space, right? It's as long as I've got my imagination, I'm free. As long as I've got the power to think for myself, I'm free, no matter what my situation is. The Hermit card and the Moon. you're still soul searching in the future here. In your mind, you still feel quite isolated. You still feel like you're facing some kind of unknown. You're still doing that deep dive. You're still doing that shadow work. It's an ongoing process. You recognize that. You're facing your own fears. And you're continuing to work hard on this. You're continuing to master it. But very positive. Very, very positive. Holding on to your hopes, dreams and wishes there as well. What's the Six of Cups, please? Page of Pentacles. Making a plan. Oh. Taking control, making a plan. How do I do this? How do I have the success I want? How do I have the recognition I deserve? You know, I do get this feeling, Libra, that you could have had feelings for somebody or a situation. You weren't able to express how you felt or how you currently feel. Deep emotions, deep feelings for someone or something, or about a situation as well. And you didn't feel able to really say how you feel. You didn't feel able to really wear your heart on your sleeve for some reason. And it could be that you were rejected. With that Five of Pentacles, it could be that the other person wasn't interested. They weren't giving back to you the way that they should have done. They didn't show up when they should have shown up. They left you lonely. They left you on your own. They left you isolated. And yeah, you turned loneliness and rejection into solitude and reflection. That's a nice one. And you looked at something from a different angle, and you saw the positives, you saw the silver linings, you did the work. And they're giving me a song. It's If I Don't Have You, At Least I Still Have Me. It's by Sin, C-Y-N. If I don't have you, at least I'll still have me. So yeah, good on your own. Driving your chariot, getting the success, getting the reward, the recognition you deserve, taking charge. You've got to do what you've got to do, right, Libra? Queen of Swords. Queen of Wands. Ace of Swords, Queen of Wands in your action space. Yeah, no, you've got it. You've got it. This is this, right? This is this and this and this. Leo energy. Taking control of your life. Doing what makes you feel passionate. Doing what makes you feel happy. Doing what like this Ace of Wands in your ideas here. This is like creative potential. It could be that there's somebody who gets you very, very fired up, whether that's romantic or a friend. You're doing what feels good. You're doing what feels right. You're doing what you need. And you're probably telling people this. Or showing people this. Show, never tell. Yeah, Libra, show, never tell. If you feel confident, then you're showing up to the Christmas party looking confident, right? If you have done a lot of shadow work, if you value yourself, if you think you're awesome, then you don't have to tell people that. You just have to carry yourself in a way that shows people that you value yourself, that you've done that work, right? That you're confident, that you're magnetic, you know what you want. This is comfortable in your own skin. This is, the truth is, this is what I want, and this is what I'm going to do. And I've got the confidence to do it. Show, never tell, right? So Libra, damn, I knew you were going to get a good reading. Confidence, no way. It comes with time and practice. Again, do you remember you had the Eight of Pentacles here? So you're not always going to feel confident. You're not always going to be in Queen of Wands energy. Sometimes those irritants are going to come in. Sometimes those things are going to come in that knock your confidence. You're working on it, right? You take it, you figure it out. So say, for example, you post a picture on social media where you think you look really good, but someone says, oh, that dress is a bit short, isn't it? It knocks your confidence. You think, oh my goodness, what do I look like? Do people think badly of me? Do people think I'm like, you know, it's like, well, why did they leave that comment? Like, do I not look good? Like, what does that mean? What does that person think about me? It's you take it, right? And you acknowledge that comment knocks your confidence. You acknowledge that, oh, that got in under my armour there. Ow. Right? And then you go, why? Why do I care what that person thinks? What do I think of that person? Do I have that person up on a pedestal? Why do I have that person up on a pedestal? Do they deserve to be on that pedestal? Do I like that person? If I don't like that person, why do I care what they think of me? Right, so analysing, and that's the pearl, right? That's the oyster. The oyster is the analysis, right? The oyster is this process, I want to say. And then you get it, right? And you learn the lesson. I don't care what that person thinks of me because I don't like them. I think they're an arsehole. Sorry, I was going to say jerk and arsehole came out. It came out funny. I think that person's an arsehole. Why do I care what they think of me? I don't. And then, they can leave as many comments as they want, but you're going to ignore them. It's like, oh, the arsehole doesn't like what I'm wearing. I'll wear more of it. So, confidence, it comes with time and practice, Libra. I love this for you. This self-empowerment energy. I really like it. Happy to be a Libra today. But the thing is, Libra, is you've been so patient, right? You've been so loving. You've been so patient. You've been sat there with your cup for about 2 years now, I'd say. And that taper it's wearing out. The wick's going down, right? And it's only a matter of time, really, before you say, all right, I'm taking charge of this situation and I'm going to do what I want to do. Are you coming along for the ride? Are you getting on this chariot, or are you fucking off somewhere else? Because, do you know what? I didn't need you anyway. I can drive my own chariot. So, it seems like it's really good for you, I want to say. It seems like everywhere around you, people are chattering about how confident they are and just how freeing it feels. How confident they are and just how freeing it feels. You wish you could relate to them, but you haven't gotten there yet. Listen, it's all right. Confidence is not an instant or an overnight evolution. Just like with everything else, it takes time and practice and a lot of unlearning of toxicity. I'm actually going to show you this just in case you want to pause and have a read of that at your own speed, because I think that's a really, really good lesson. Interesting thing as well is that she's not feeling confident. You can tell by the way she sits, which is interesting because we have that Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, right? Look at the difference in the way they're sat. The Queen of Wands she's completely engaged in what she's doing. She's probably aware that people have their eyes on her, but she doesn't care. She's doing what she wants to do. This person, even though nobody may be looking at them, they're paranoid about everything. So you can really see physically the difference in these two people. You can fake this, by the way. Especially if it's like photos, you can fake confidence. I have days when I feel like this, but I know how to pose and I know how to move my body and my face in a way that looks like this on camera when I'm feeling like this. She's looking out the window, she's looking out at the sun, right? She knows, she sees other people who are like this. A lot of the time it's fake it till you make it. If you're one of those people who you get worried about photos and you don't know how to look confident, maybe going for an interview, you want to look confident, go and Google or look up on YouTube tips for how to pose, how photographers pose models, what looks good on camera. Google these kind of terms, and you'll get tips and tricks for how to pose and look confident in photos. So I also recommend in your using your camera, your phone, get your phone, turn the camera around so that it's facing you, and move your face around, take lots of photos. Apparently Kim Kardashian takes 300 photos. For every photo she posts, she takes 300, and she discards the bad ones and picks the best of the bad bunch, right? And then edits it and has professional photographers editing it and things like this. So play around with your camera, play around with what lighting works for you. I don't look very good in direct sunlight. It shows up all my facial imperfections, right? All my bad skin, every wrinkle. So I know that it looks better if I turn my back to the sun, or if I'm in certain lights. Like harsh light is really bad, but kind of a warm light is much better for me. I know how to angle my face. I know which side of my face looks better. I know, I know all these different things. I know how to smile. I know how not to smile. Yeah, nobody can see you doing it, right? It's just you and your camera. You can delete any photos you take, so play around with it. You know, the control is in your hands, and figure out, you know, what to do with your body, what looks good and what doesn't look good on camera, and then you're taking ownership of it. So even though you don't feel confident, you can fake looking confident if you need to. All right, I hope that was helpful for you. Do take care of yourselves. I didn't get you any words. Let's get you some words. Okay, words for Libra, please. Words for Libra. I love, though, it's like she's not confident, but look at that image that's on her bag. She's got the sword. So it's like when you have information, when you have clarity, that's where your confidence comes from, Libra. There. I had a dream I was on a bus last night. It's a disturbing dream, but it turned out all right. It was a performance. There was something really scary happening. There, woman. There's something really scary happening, and I won't say what it was, but I was like ringing 999 because I saw this thing happening. I was like, oh my god. But then it's like, you know, like when people kind of come out of character and they stand up for the applause kind of thing, and it was just a performance. So there's something about something that's just a performance. Darling disaster. All right, are you a beautiful disaster, Libra? If you're anything like me, then probably, but maybe not that beautiful. But I'm good at faking it. All right, take care, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.